Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Students, welcome back. This is a paper, February, March 2024, second variant. I'm going to start now, okay, and complete pure one paper. So first question he is asking here, since 3 years, this infinity portion is added, how we can do integration, students? So first of all, we cannot integrate, we cannot differentiate if x is in denominator. So I am bound to bring it up. So this is done. So now, what is a way of integration? Increase a power by 1. I got -1 and divide by same. So, and limits are very simple, 3 till infinity. But simplify maximum for your knowledge, -2. So it is a very clear 2 by -1. Or negative comes in the middle, or negative comes up. All three are same situations. So, and 1 you don't write in denominator, so no problem. So this value becomes -2. So I'm writing -2, and this power x -1 will go in denominator. We got a +1. Let's now this is okay, and now I'm going to the important part. Actually, infinity I deal as a water of a sea. And if I add some water inside water of a sea, it remains sea. If I take a bucket of water outside a sea, it remains sea. If I like a multiplying something, it remains same. But only one rule is that even I take any power, it remains same. But important rule is what? That something over 0 give you undefined. And if I change the place this and this, it means something over infinity gives you 0. So this rule will help us to solve it. So let's plug in the limit first. Upper limit -2 over infinity minus a lower limit -2 by 3. And something by infinity is 0. It means this answer will give us 0. And negative positive 2 by 3. So answer is coming unit square. And I believe you got a point very clear. Yes, so I think this part is very clear. Yes, let me recheck. Question number next, we have diagram shows a part of a curve. Okay, this is given y equal to k sine half x, and k is a positive constant, and x is measured in radians. Okay, so there's a sine curve. Make sure sine curve is this kind of pattern. This much is one curve, and then repetitive part is there. And you know it very well, basically a plus b sine cx, and this multiplying factor is called amplitude. This is called axis, and this is called NOC, number of cycles. So middle line is axis, that is a, that is what 0. You see there's a nose, 0 is there. So axis, and this case called amplitude, how much this height up and how much down, this is called k. And half is number of cycles. It is a very clear. So number of cycles. So what is asking for the k? And naturally, you can say that what are the coordinates of a, because it is downwards k units and upwards k units. So that is why. So now, students, it means this, he's asking the coordinates of a and the point of minimum we have. So what is method here, students? We can because minimum point mentioned here, and he asking the coordinates of it. So first of all, we must know half. So half curve is there, and actually, if I show you normal pattern of the curve is what? In 2 pi, it's completed one cycle. Look, I show you. This goes up, comes down, then this way, and this way. And this is +1, and this is -1. Normal pattern, okay? So there's a 2 pi. If it's a y is equals to sine single x. But here we have a half x, okay? So let me tell you what is a normal pattern. So time period formula, it means if ever one come, it means in 2 pi, it is one cycle normally, okay? But here we can say there's a half cycle. If a half cycle coming, it means this half means what? In a 2 pi, if one means one cycle. In 2 pi, this one half means half cycle. So this is actually 2 pi. And I believe your point got a point. And this is 4 pi. I repeat again, in 2 pi natural time period, it completed one cycle. But when you have a half, it means it's complete in 2 pi half cycle. And that is why you see in 2 pi, this upper portion will come here. And it's a 4 pi. And what this number is 3 pi. So it means coordinates of A is looking for. So it is a naturally, I can find it. So what are the coordinates of this one? X is 3 pi and Y is K, because K is amplitude. And that's it. I believe you got a point very, very clear. Let's go for the next part. A sequence, sorry, there's a negative K. So because it is going down. That is why. This is coordinates of A. Okay. All right. Then we can go for the next part. And a sequence of transmission is applied to the curve with the following order. Translation of 2 units, okay, in negative y. It means 2 units, negative y means it's going 2 units downwards. And reflection in x-axis. So when you reflect any curve in x-axis, for example, this curve reflect in x-axis. So every value multiply by -1, multiply. Because see, there's a positive value and it turned to be negative value. So there's a way. Okay. So now he's asking sequence of transmission applied. Translation is 2 units as in the, okay. It means x is 0, but y going -2. This is what multiply a whole equation with a -1. So find equation of new curve and determine the coordinates of point of a new curve corresponding to A. So students, first of all, let me write equation y equal to k times 2 sine half x. Okay. Okay, sine is half x. So, all right. So what is the method to do, students? First of all, I will translate, it very well. So if simply I will write outside -2. So this will means that whole curve will go down. And now I will multiply reflection in x-axis. So multiply whole equation by -1. So new equation turned to be -k sine half x and +2. I believe you got a point. And he was asking what? Find sequence of the new, find equation new curve, determine the coordinates of the point on the new curve course. So we need to find A coordinates even. So let's students see that first of all, what is the A coordinate actually is this. So I show you, first of all, 3 pi minus k is the coordinates. And when it will go down, x value will remain unchanged. But this will, from this value, I will subtract 2. So -k, -2 is a new coordinate after translation. Okay. And afterwards, multiply, multiplying whole equation with the y -1. So, students, in this process, for example, what is x value here? X value there remains same. If x value is 2 for this point, this value is 4 and this is -4. X will not change, y will sign change. It means this. So student, as I said before, so this coordinate will not change, will remain same, but this coordinate multiply by -1, so this both will become positive. So this is a new coordinates of A. And I believe you got a point very clear. Okay, so let's go for next question. And next question is, equation of curve is given here, dy over dx. 3 times 2, 4x plus 5 to power half. And this point is given, these 2 points given, and find A. Whereas, student, what is the technique? You know it very well. When we differentiate any equation of curve, you get dy over dx differentiation. And if I want to go backwards, I must do integration. And only one choice we can go, because these given are y coordinate. You can ask one question to me: how we know, sir, we going integration? Because I don't have y here. For y I need integration. So let's go for integration. Integration of derivative will give you directly y, and here sign of integral, and you know it very well. Have on the top and increase the power by 1. 3 multiplying coefficient remain as it is. Increase the power by 1. I got 3 by 2 and 3 by 2 into the derivative of the space. 5 has a 0, 4x4. So I got a 4 here, and I got you. I think you got my point. So this is cancelled. 2 and 2, 2s are 3, 3 cancel, and ultimately y is equals to 4x plus 5 to power 3 by 2 by 2 plus c. Okay, student, now I can plug in those points one by one. First, I plug in this one. So 1, 9. So use 1, 9. 9 will come in the place of y, and 1 in the place of this. So I got a 4 plus 5, 9, and 9 to power 3 by 2. And you know, 9 to power 3 by 2 give you 27. So this is, yes, for 1, so 9. Yes, 3 by 2. So I got 27 by 2 and 9. And ultimately, 9 minus 27 divided by 2, I get negative 9 over 2. So I plug in back in equation, students. So y value is becoming 4x plus 5 to power 3 by 2 and over 2 and minus 9 over 2. Now, students, I'll go for 5a. So 5a. Now I use 5a. A will come in the place of y, and 5 will come in the place of x. So 4 5s are 20 plus 5 power 3 by 2 by 2 and minus 9 over 2. So students, so 520, 25 to power 3 divided by 2 is 125 over 2 minus 9 over 2. So 125 minus 9, 116, and divided by 2, I got 58. And I believe you got the point very clear. Let's go for the next question. He says, question number 4, prove this one. So when you're proving this one, so I will take left hand side. So what is a technique to get it? So we have to expand this. If you expand it, so I get a sine square theta, I mean square of first term, and plus 2 into first term into second term, and plus second term square and minus 1 divided by what? Cos square theta. You know, students, sine square plus cos square give you 1. So I'm writing here. Okay, this is also clear how I got the 1. Okay, and this 1 cancel out. I get 2 sine theta cos theta over cos square theta. Cos will cancel power, and sine by cos is a tan. So alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, right inside. And let's go focus B part. He's saying here, because you know, student, we know it, this left hand side equal to that. And this is fully matching with that. So this 2 tan will come in the left hand side place. So 2 tan theta, I am writing here. So student, what is the technique? I'd bring it here. So 2 tan theta minus 5 tan cube theta is equals to 0. What is common? Tan theta is common. I get in the bracket 2 minus 5 tan theta. Sorry, tan square. This is a cube, sorry. This is a square theta comes. I can say either this part equal to 0, so I get a tan theta is equal to 0, or this whole thing 0. So I believe this part is very, very clear. So I got a tan square theta is equals to 2 over 5. Take a root of the both side, I get a tan. Okay, I have the 3 options, students. So let me write all 3 options. Okay. Wait a minute, students. So I bring it down up because space is a problem with me. Okay, so wait a minute. So now let's try. So I get a tan theta is equals to 2 root of 205 positive, 1 time positive, and 1 time I'm getting here negative. And third value I'm getting here 0. But student, you know what is the thing? Important thing. So let's try solve everything. But make sure angle must be, I can go 90 degree. I have boundary limitation positive 90, and I can go negative. So this upper is a negative, this is a positive, and is a negative 90. So now see, this is a tan inverse. Tan 0 is where? Here and here. Wait a minute. Sine 0 is here and here. Okay. So and tan also 0. So when I take a tan inverse of 0, it giving me 0 answer. And I believe you got my point. Okay. Now let's talk about the second condition. Now tan positive is here and here. And where's the tan negative? Tan negative is here and here. This is out of range, is out of range. Sorry, this is out of range. Okay, and twos are in range. So we could take a tan inverse here, and the degree mode, we have to be careful. So tan inverse root 2 over 5. And I'm getting answer here directly 32.3. So this answer 32.3. And I will not type negative sign. So this same angle is coming here, 32.3, same angle coming here, 32.3. But you know, student, when I go this clockwise, I must get negative angle. So I got two answers, negative 32.3. Let me check again, tan inverse, root 2 divided by 5. It is coming 32.3. Yes, we got a 3 answers, students. One, this is 0 and that. Okay, let me recheck. Is any positive, negative? There's no such positive, negative criteria. So I hope so the point is clear. Question number 5, we have equation. The curve has this equation, and we need find equation of normal. And student, can I differentiate directly? No way. I have to bring in numerator. And what is derivative, students? Power will come down, so multiply with 3, and whole power will become 1 less, become -2. And don't forget it base derivative. This is becoming 4x, and this becomes 0. So finally, this is -3 and 4. So negative 12x. And it powered negative. How to make it positive? Bring in denominator. And now I plug in x2. When I plug in x2, it gives me by default gradient of tangent. So here I'm writing 2 times 2 squared and -5. And gradient of tangent, if you type in calculator, is 24 in the numerator. 2 to the 4 to the 8. 8 minus 5, 3 squared 9. And we got -8 by 3. And normal naturally becomes 3 by 8. But he's asking that equation of normal. So equation of normal, how to find? Y minus y1 equals to m times 2x minus x1. Y1 is 1. And m is 3 by 8 times 2x minus 2. We need to give this form. So 8 multiply left hand side. 3 multiplies inside. And he writes x first. So I write it x first. 3x here, this goes there. -8y, this goes there. And -6 plus 8. So this is our final answer. You write 0 here, or you write 0 on the other side. No issue at all. And this is our final answer. Question number 6. He said coefficient of x cube of this is this. So first of all, power 4. How to expand is a 4c0, 2 brackets, 4c1, 2 brackets, 4c2, 2 brackets, and we're looking for one more term, and 4c3 and into bracket. Logic is very clear because x cube. Here I get a first term 2, 2, 2, and 2. Here I get a ax, 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 and ax. So difference of these numbers is coming in the first bracket. 4 minus 0, 0 come directly here. 4 minus 1, 1. 4 minus 2, 2. 4 minus 3, 3. So 4C1 is 1 student, and 2 to the power 4 is 16 and 1. 4C1 is 4, and 2 to the power 3 is 8 into AX. And 4C2 is 8. So 4 to 6, sorry, not 8. And 2 to the power 2 is a 4 into A square X squared. 4C3 is a 4, and 2 to the power 1 is 2. And A cube and X cube. And finally, I get 16, 8 for the 32 AX. So 24, let me check. Yeah, 24, A to power 2, X to power 2. And what last one? 4 2s are 8, A to power 3, X to power 3, so on and so forth. Now, students, I'm going to multiply them, and you know it very well. 5 minus AX. This whole thing will come in the place of this. 16 plus 32 AX plus 24 A square X square and 8 A cube and X cube times 2. 5 minus X. And I'm looking for what? Looking for X cube coefficient. So I'm writing here terms involving X to power 3. And students, so you know it is very clear that this value multiply with what? No, I'm not getting X cube. So this term multiplying with this number, I get it. And this X multiplying with this, we get this answer. So 5 times 8, 5, 8 times 40, A cube, X cube. And plus into minus 24 A square into A. I get A cube and X cube and equals to what? Okay, this is a one thing. And as he said 432 as X cube coefficient. So 432. I don't take X cube and X cube. I take a 40 A cube minus 24. A cube equal to 432. Out of 40, subtract 24, 16. A cube is equal to 432. Okay, if I divide, I got a 27, and I take a cube root, I got a 3. Question number 7 is saying this line meets the curve at a single point. Actually, we have 3 conditions not meeting. You know it very well. Second condition, when it's meeting at one point. And third condition is when when it's cutting. So this is the first option, you know, b squared minus 4ac less than 0. This option, b squared minus 4ac equal to 0. Here, b squared minus 4ac bigger than 0. So students, what I will do, I will plug in first. There are a few steps. First of all, this y value will plug in inside. So 2x squared as it is, 3 times 2 square equal to k. And this y value will go up there. First term square plus 2 into first term into second term plus second term square. And k comes left hand side. I got x squared and 10x plus 25 So 3 multiplies inside. 3 tens are 30x. And 75 minus k is equal to 0. I get a 5x squared plus 30x and plus 75 minus k. As he said, single point. So b squared minus 4ac equal to 0. Okay, so let's try to solve it. So b is what, students? B is 30. 30 only. A is what? 5. C is what? 75 minus k. Here I got 900 and here I got 25 was a 20. 75 into 20, I got a 1500. And 20k comes here. So 900 and minus 1500, I got 600 goes on other side. I got a positive 600. And k becomes 0, 0 cancel from both sides. I got a 30. And I hope so you got a point. And coordinate of P, and now how to get coordinate of P, this value K, you plug in from where you apply quadratic, say this, apply B squared minus 4 is the formula. So 30 comes here. So 5x to power 2 plus 30x, and plus this goes there, so I got a 45. Divided by 5 is not compulsory, it make question easier. So factorization, 9 ones are 9, and 3 threes are 9. So from here, x common, and I got 3, and 3 common, I get 3. And I get x plus 3 and x plus 3, and it comes same answer. I got x is 3. And as coordinates, game is not over. We're looking for y coordinate. I can plug in it here. Y equal to x plus 5. When 3 goes there, I got an 8. So alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, 3,8 is the answer what he was asking for. And this question number 7 is over. Let's go for next question. Yes, student, there's one correction. Okay, this is x plus 3 equal to 0. So it is coming negative. So if I use negative here, negative 3, I get a 2. So I believe you got a point. Let's go for next question number 8. Question number 8, would we have an arithmetic progression such that the first term is 6? So I'm writing best technique, read and write. And 10th term is 19.5. So T10 is 19.5. Sum of the first 100 terms of AP. We're looking for what? Sum of the 100 terms in AP. This is our target. How we can we start a question? You know, very simple. The question itself tells us how to start. Term number, I'm starting. So Tn is equals to A plus n minus 1 into D. I saw n10. So I replace every n by 10. A is 6 and 10 minus 1, I got a 9D. And this is coming here. So 19.5 equal to 6. 90. 6 will subtract and it becomes 19.5 minus 6. And then this 9 will divide. So common difference, I'm getting 19.5 minus 6 over 9. So if we check in calculator, it is giving us 1.5, common difference 1.5. All right, but this is not our target. Our target is sum. So sum formula, all of you familiar, n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. I plug in every n by 100, 100 here, 100 here, 2 times 2a, which is 6, 100 minus 1 and 3 by 2 or 1.5, same thing. And students, if I type in calculator, so it is coming 8025, sum of the 100 values. Okay, so let's go for the next question. Next part is geometrical progression, A 1, 2, 3, 4 onward all together. First term is mentioned by him is A1 is 4. 24. Common ratio is very clear, 1/2. And sum of infinity of the progression is representing by S. And sum of infinity of even number represented by SE. And we have to find both sum of infinity. But first of all, student, I show you how to get a first term. First term is given. How to get second term? You know, GP multiply by R. Half into 24, I get a 12. Again, multiply by half, I get a 6. Again, multiply with a half, I get a 3. I hope so you're understanding what is going on. And again, multiply by half. Okay, half. Okay, let me recheck this 12. And this is okay, clear. And now I get a 3/2 because multiply 3, so 3/2 I will get here. Again, multiply by half, I get a 3/4. Is enough, I think, students. This is called term 1. This is a term 2, term 3, term 4, term 5, term 6. And now I take the even number terms. So even numbers are these. So even numbers I'm writing here. So first term is 12, then 3, then 3/4, so on, so forth. And what is the formula of sum of infinity? Total A over 1 minus R. Same here, but I'm writing infinity A over 1 minus R. In the actual, this A is 24. I write here 24 over 1 minus half. 2 LCM in denominator, 2 minus 1/2. And 2 moves up, become 40. This is a 48. Sum infinity, 2 will flip up, and I get a 48. And when you talk about this, SE, E stand for even numbers. So first number is 12. But you know, student, what is the common ratio? I can find it. How we can find it, students? It is very clear. If I have a first term, second term, third term. So second term, keep it up. By first term, keep it down. And I got a 1/4. And 1/4. And if I type in calculator, there's a whole thing. S of infinity, sorry, even numbers is coming with us 16. And I believe you got a point very clear. Yeah, 48/3 is 16. Correct. So let's go for question number next. Next question, student is asking F and G. F and G we have, and how to find this F and G functions using the required targets. So first he said that given that the range of this function is 39, and you know it basic criteria F, G of X. We plug in inner function in outer function always. This is a rule. So first of all, I will copy inner function, and you know it very well, 5x minus 1. And how many x's, students? I will leave empty spaces. You see, here x empty space, here x empty space. And I believe this part is very clear. Okay, after this, students, what I will do, this function name f will come here, function value will go here. Okay, I think this is a very, very clear idea. Okay, so this is done. After this, student, what is the plan? What is the plan? This I will do 5 multiply inside. So I get a what 5 multiply inside becomes like this form. And plus 5k and minus will stay outside. This is a value of f of x. Sorry, f of this. Okay. Now, students, what is the plan after this? According to situation, he said g of x. Sorry, 1 minute. Yeah, g f of x is bigger than equals to 39. So I plug in the value here, students. Bring 39 here. I get 5k minus 40 bigger than equal to 0. You remember, student, we have done many times whenever we have a, for example, parabolic curve, this kind of parabolic curve. Or I just give example, another one, 2x to power 2x, or just make it x square plus 5. No, not like this. Wait a minute. X plus 5 whole square plus 3. How to get this range? How to get the minimum value of x and y? So remember, put this equals to 0. Put this equals to 0. X plus 5 equal to 0. I will get -5, and this number itself is a y value. So we get a -5 and 3, and then the range will become what? More than this number. So range will become y is bigger than equal to 3. Same story, students, we have here. I will plug in this part equals to 0. And I get 3x minus 2 equal to 2, and x becomes 2 by 3. This is not our concern, actually, okay? But I just show you, and this is our y value. This is our y value, or I can say y value is 5k minus 40. And as you can see, the range, in range is naturally, we have a parabolic curve, then range is going up, then this number. So can I say students from here? So range is bigger than equals to that number. Yeah, this bigger than equal to 0. Why 0? Because I will take this full value as a y coordinate. Okay, so when I take a full value y coordinate, okay, so then what answer turn to be? Or I can say this is another technique. This is a range, and I'm writing 5k minus 40 must be bigger than equal to 0. And 5k is bigger than equal to -40, a positive 40. And k is coming here 8. So it means he was asking what is the value of k. So his minimum value k we get is from here is 8. So I believe you got my point, because his equal sign is there. That is why I have taken it. Okay. So I believe the point is very clear, and I given our example here so you can understand how the range is bigger than that number and the minimum number. Same way, this is a inside domain, and the other one is a range. And I have done it. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Let's go for next question. Find the value of k. For this value of k, it means k use 8. Okay. So k, I can use 8 now. So determine the range of fg of x. Fg of x. There's a basic criteria, students. What? I just tell you, this is called inner function. This is called outer function. And basically, whenever you plug in, what is the step by step I show you? First of all, you put a domain in G, domain in inner function. It will give us the range of inner function. That range will go as a domain. This domain will become as a domain in inner function of f of x. And then this will give us the range of the whole composite function. So short story, the range of outer function is actually range of the composite function. So range of outer function is actually equals to range of composite function, I believe, student, you got this definition clear. So let's try to fulfill. How we can fulfill, students? I have taken. So first of all, as usual, I will put a g. So what is a g? A g function, g is 5x minus 1. So g value is 5x minus 1. Okay. And I can find directly even from there, but I think you will understand this way, inshallah. This value, because x was a domain, actually real number. So itself, this is our range, okay? Because whenever I plug in any number, is called any value of x is called domain, and answer will come range. So this is a range. This will go in function of f. So let's plug in function of f. What is function of f? this function of f. So let me copy there. And k value 8 I'm taking. Okay, so I'm copying it here. So students, basically what I'm going to do, well, basically I'm going to replace this value inside here and here, okay? So what is composite function f g of x in the power 2 on the top, and I'm putting this 5x minus 1 in the place of this x. So students, 3 5s are 15x, 3 1s are 3, and -5, I get it here. So this is the composite function. I got it. Even I can replace this directly, this 8 here. So this is different. Wait a minute. There's a g of f. Oh, there's a different function. Sorry. Okay. Now, what is the basic plan, students? This is done. And first of all, I plug in this range. Range is putting in domain now. And what I'm getting range from here, and that I have to look upon. Dear student, I just explained you how to find domain range for this parabolic curve under power 2 put equal to 0, give you domain, and the number outside is called the range. Okay, so same story here, students. What is number outside? 8. So it means if I sketch this curve, so lowest value is coming, x value is coming with us. If I plug in this 0, it is coming 5 or 15, 1 or 3, and y coming 8. So y value rising up from 8. So range, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, becomes bigger than equals to 8. So this is my final answer. And I believe you got the definition clear. Every time in parabolic curve, this concept will play a very vital role. And I hope so you got a point. Next part of the same question, he said, h is defined by all real numbers of x, and this is given here, this time given, okay? And this time he given us g h of x 35 plus 19. And he's asking students what here? He's asking here that find out the g inverse. Find out the, express g inverse first, and then find h of x. So, g of x, we have students here. Let me copy it from here. And I'm finding here. I'm finding on the top. Okay, even space is enough. No problem. I am finding it here. Okay, so let's find g inverse. Step number 1, function name replaced by y. 1 will go there, y plus 1. 5 will divide, and side changes, and then x interchanging. X become y and y become x. This is called g inverse. I think this is nothing hard, at least 1 mark or 2 for this one. Okay, let's move it. Next one. Now I'm going to tell us a simple one rule, students. This is a very important rule. Basic criteria is what we are looking for h of x. Basic criteria is what when g inverse, if I plug in here g of x, so it will turn to be this format. And end answer will be cancel out, will be this x. So it means if the reverse, if I have a g here and I plug in inside g inverse of x, they will cancel out, I will get x. So students, this is a function, you can see g of h. And I want to cancel this g function. So look at here, if I have a g inverse of x, and in the bracket, if I plug in this whole thing here, I mean g h of x. So g inverse cancel out, and we will get our answer. I think you got my point. So let's start. So this is a g inverse. So first of all, I'm copying the g inverse. G inverse, I have it. I found x plus 1 over 5. In every place of x, I will leave empty space. And this I'll copy here, and this I'll copy here. Look, I'm showing you G in a blue color writings. And G and G inverse will cancel each other, and I will get all the H of X, students. And 35x plus 20. And then finally, this 5 sevens are 35 and 5 fours are 20. And I believe you got a point very clear. This is our final answer. An interesting part. If you plug in this value here, you will get this answer back. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I think point is clear. Question number 10 of topic of circles. Since this added in 2020, it's coming every exam. So let's see how we can find it. He said the center of circle C given here. Okay, this is the center of circle minus 4, 5. I'm writing here negative 4 and 5. Okay, in this sense, it means I can say that this is, okay, look at here. I can tell you one thing. This is negative, and this is a negative 4 and 5. So one thing is very clear, and that is a very clear, we can say here that this gap is also minus 4. But I will not take negative. I'll take positive because length negative is just for direction only. Anyway, this number can help us. So keep in mind. Okay. What is said? The distance, the radius is 20. So this is gap. This radius is 20. This radius is 20. So short story, if we look at carefully, we have this triangle. And there's a 90 degree, this is a A, this O, and this P for perpendicular, if I draw a perpendicular. So this is a root of 20, this is a 4, this is theta divided by 2 because I taken half. Anyway, what is asking, this is just extra knowledge. Like this kind of approach, you can have it. Okay, let's move on. But first part, he's not asking this, he's asking something else. Equation of tangent of circle at that. With this number, x is negative 9, negative 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9 here. So this point tangent, he is asking us. So no problem, we can find it easily, inshallah. First of all, I will make a perpendicular. This is 90 degree. Okay, and the point is what? Negative 6 and 9. This is coming almost every exam when he asks the center given and this given, and equation of tangent is asking for. So what is this is called radius. So first of all, I'll get a gradient of radius, and that is y2 minus y1. So 9 minus 5 over minus 6 minus plus. I got a 4 and I got here negative 2. So negative 2 is gradient of the radius. Then what is a gradient of tangent? So negative reciprocal. I think this part is clear. Now, student, this gradient, I know it, and that is 1 over 2. Point is given, and that is question is over. So equation of the tangent. Formula is y minus y1 equals to m times 2x minus x1. And this y1 is 9. M is half. X1 is minus 6. So this 2 multiplies here. I got 2y and 2 9s are 18. And this x plus 6. So if I give a more, bring 18 right side, I get a 24. And I believe you got a point very well. Okay, so this part is clear. Let's go for next part. Equation of circle. Equation of circle is asking for, what is the equation of circle formula? X minus a whole square, y minus b whole square, to radius squared. And center of circle is clear, and root is 20, radius is root 20. So these two values, I will take it from here and I bring it down. So center is x minus 4, y minus 5, and radius is square of root 20. This is becoming minus plus 4, and this is becoming y minus 5 whole square and 20 only. And but he said this format. So we are bound to expand. So first term square plus 2 into first term into second term plus second term square. Same story here, but make sure negative. So this negative will come with the new 2. So y squared negative 2 into y into 5 plus 5 square, and negative 20 come left hand side. I'm writing green order x square, then I'm writing y square, 2 fours are 8x, 2 fours are 8x, and 2 fives are 10y, and there's a 25 and 20 gone, I got a plus 5. Plus 5 from here, and plus 5 and 16, 21. So I hope so, students, you understood well how I got this answer. Let's talk at the next one. Yeah, this part I talk about. You see, I made a diagram already. So I will take this diagram and cut from here and bring it here. So students, I can use adjacent by hypotenuse is called cos theta. Sorry, not theta, theta by 2. Because angle I have taken half of it. So theta by 2 is equal to cos inverse 4 over root 20. And if I type in calculator cos inverse 4 divided by root 20, it is giving me because he's asking theta. Yes, theta by 2 is equals to 26.565. And I get the angle, and once again, review, find the angle theta to 4SF. And with theta, he talk about this angle theta. And whereas radius is given root 20, and this gap was given by him is 4 only. And center C. Yes, from center. Yeah, center C. And let me recheck once again. Yeah, it is clear. And what is the degree or radian? He did not mention. And not mentioned, you can have it in any format, no problem at all. So answer is, I'm getting 53.13. He said 4 SF. I need. So I think the point is very clear. Okay, let's go for next part. So how we can do it? Just a minute, students. Okay. So let's go for the next part. Next part is what, student? Perimeter of the area, perimeter and area of the area of the segment he's asking for. Perimeter and area of the segment. Okay. He talk about this portion, this shaded one. How we can do, students? There's a very clear plan. You have it, radius, and you have a angle we have as well. And we have the radius. So everything we have it. So actually, what is a I show you perimeter. First, I make a diagram so you can understand. With diagram, question become easy. This is a straight chord. This is shaded area. Root 20 and root 20, and this angle I got 53 point. Okay, now because we talk about this is a sector, so I think this we can convert into radian mode. Okay, and radian mode, it is, if you convert it, you know it very well. 180 degree is D for degree, R for radian is equal to pi. So 53.13 equals to how many radians? And that answer, if you type in calculators, is coming 0.9273. I hope so this is a clear. And now I'll use this 0.9273. So students, planning is very clear now, how to get the shaded or the parameter. Parameter part 2, we have one arc length and one straight length. So we can find both. How we can find both easily? Because you see, I drew a perpendicular, I got this triangle. So the upper triangle will help us if I get the AP, because AP into 2, I get a straight length. So let's start. So I will find AP, this triangle. And that is the root 20. Here 4, how to get this one? This is called, okay, X is you not use, okay. What is the root? Hypotenuse square equal to opposite square plus adjacent square. In front of 90 degree is called always hypotenuse. 4 square plus X square. Root 20 become 20 minus 16. I got a 4 and I got a 2. So as I got a 2 students, so it means this is gap is 2. This gap is 2. If this gap is 2, so this become 4. So straight edge. Let me check what is letter he used. AB. Okay. I write this A and I write this B. So what is the parameter of the shaded part, students? The parameter of shaded part is AB straight length and AB arc length. Straight length is very clear, 4, and arc length is R theta. And what is the radius? You know, its radius is root 20 and theta in radian 0.9273. And if we multiply this, and answer is finally coming with us 8.147. You can stop it here even, or 8.15 is centimeters. We have the perimeter part. Because 3SF, I think this idea is very clear. Let's go for next. And what is the next? How to get a segment area? So we have a special technique. So what is the segment area formula, students? From sector, subtract triangle. Okay, the sector you can see in the top. I'm not writing perimeters. Half R squared theta minus half AB sine theta. Triangle area formula is this. Radius is what? You know it very well, root 20. Theta is 0.9273. And A is root 20 into root 20 into sine of the angle, again 0.9273. Okay, please keep your calculator in radian mode. And if I type in calculator, so this is coming finally 1.273. Okay, but let me check. Is this mentioned? No, that part only. So this can write 1.27 centimeters square also, because he asked every answer 3SF. And let's go for next question, number 11. Diagram shows a curve, this one. All right. The curve crosses x-axis A and B. All right, we can see, and you know it very well at this point, y is confirmed 0. So it said that, and middle point is M. Okay, at this point, there's a point of minima, and if we draw a tangent, there's a naturally, you know, it very well parallel line to x-axis 0 gradient, or short story derivative is equal to 0, because gradient and derivative same. So first of all, we're looking for the M coordinate, and I'm going to differentiate. What is rule of differentiation? The multiplying coefficient stay as it is, power comes down. So -2/3 and power 1 less, -5/3. Same story here, power comes down and multiply. and from power 1 less 4/3. And this one becomes 0. And I will plug in derivative 0 as I said before. So students, this is becoming -4/3, and try your level best to make positive power. Negative power creates some issues. So I bring it down and power 5/3. Minus minus plus, this is 3 cancel out. And I get a 1 over x to power 4/3. I will bring this whole part here. It will turn to be positive. There are a lot of ways, but this way I think so is convenient for students. They will understand easily. And this is the highest power at that. So this will go there, but 4/3 will stay here. And student, if I subtract upper power minus lower power, I will get a 1/3. Because 5/3 minus 4/3. 3 LCM, 5 minus 4, 1/3. So I think this point is clear. When 1/3 goes there, it power flips, become cube. 1/3 become 3/1. And x value is turned to be 64/27. But he said x, no, he said exact coordinate. So y coordinate, he's asking as well. And I am going to plug in this equation. When I plug in this equation, I will bring a denominator and I become positive power, because negative you can type even, but this is better to put. Now, simple typing in calculator. Okay, when I type in calculator, it is coming with me. This is coming, if you type it, -1/8. So finally, I get 64/27 and -1/8. This is my final answer of the coordinates. Area of the region bounded by the curve and the line segment AB. Now we are bound to get this area, and make sure two things important here. What thing, number one important, I'm looking for the AB coordinate. I plug in y0 for sure for the both points. So step number one, I will find y and I will get x values A and B. Second thing, when any area above x-axis, there's a positive, below x-axis, negative. It means this will give us negative area naturally. And I will remove the minus sign at the end. Okay, so let's start. And what I will do, this equation, I will copy. And I paste here. I need it 2 times. Okay, I will tell you why I need 2 times. Okay, because basically formula of the area is what? X1, X2, y dx. And why is this? So it means I will integrate. Okay, but I will put minus sign, this minus sign, or I can eliminate at the end of question, even no problem at all. And here I will say y, and I'll say y equal to 0. Okay, well, let me check. Is coordinates given? Sometime given, but here is not given. So it means we have to work out for this. And that is why this little harder algebra. 0. And how to solve this kind of code. Is this matching? No. I can try to match. How come? -1/3 inside and 2 outside. I believe student understanding, because if -1 inside and 2 outside, if I multiply them, you can check in calculator, students, I get a same value. So that is why I wrote. You can ask one question, why you wrote this way, sir? What is the logic? Because this matching, I can assume any variable. K. When I assume K, I got a 2K square minus 3K plus 1 equal to 0. Factorization, 2 ones are 2. Negative 2k, negative 1k, and plus 1 equal to 0. 2k common, k minus 1, minus 1 common, k minus 1. And I got a k minus 1, 2k minus 1. Two answers, I'm getting 1.5. And it means I will plug in both back in here. So x to power negative 1 over 3 equal to 1. X to power minus 1 over 3 equals to 1 over 2. Okay, student, what to do onwards? If I bring this in denominator, hold on. As I said before, I bring in denominator, power sign become positive. Now cross multiply, it multiplies there. So I will get x to power 1 over 3 equal to 1. So cube of the both side to get rid of this power. So I get a 1. This is a 1 coordinate. And same story, this I bring in denominator. I got a positive 1 over 3, this. Okay, if I do cross multiply, so I will get what? 2 is equal to x to power 1 over 3. Cubing both sides, cube of 3 becomes 8. So it means this is 1 and this is 8. So now plug in lower limit 1, upper limit 8. What is the rule of integration? Increase the power by 1. When I add 1, I get a 1 over 3. And divided by same number. Same story. When I add 1 here, I get a 2 over 3 and divided by same. And 1 becomes x. Don't put the limit, student, at starting stage, otherwise chance of mistake. And I said many times, when fractions come in denominator, see up. You can type parallel with me in calculator. So 3 will flip. So it means this will give us 6 cube root of 3. Cube root of x, sorry. This will flip up, 3 3s are 9. 9 over 2. X to power 2 by 3 and plus x. So student, now I'm going to plug in the numbers. I think all points are clear. First, I plug in 8. When I plug in 8, it will turn to be this, a to power 1 over 3, 9 over 2 into a to power 2 over 3, and plus 8. Done. Minus, now plug in 1. When I plug in 1, any power give you 1. So 6. Here 1, so minus 9 over 2. Here 1, so 1. And if I type this calculator, this answer, left-hand side answer, I'm getting 2. And right-hand answer, 6 plus 1, 7. So 14, we got a 5 over 2. And answer is coming to negative half. As I said, you area never negative. So as curve is below x-axis. This statement, if you don't write, no problem. But I hope so you got it. Half unit square. Okay. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, paper is completely over. And I hope so you understood very well. And best of luck for exam. And just best technique where you done mistakes after comparing with my solution, please redo. Otherwise, improvement will not come. And pray for me. Best of luck. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.